Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today here in YOUCANIC we have a 2014 Volkswagen Tiguan with the TSI 2.0 motor. On this motor we're going to go over how you replace your spark plugs. So to start with, you'll need to pop the hood and you'll be able to remove this cover, and this cover is just held on by some rubber grommets, so we just need to pull and pop that off. And then we gain access to our 4 ignition coils that are mounted on top of the spark plug. So to start with, we'll need to undo these connectors, and these have just a little tab that you can press back and be able to pull them back. If your tab is broken, you'll need to be able to have a small pick tool to reach in there and kind of pop the tab up, and then that way they can snap back. And you'll need to do that to all 4 of them, whether you can do it with your finger or use a screwdriver to get in there in here and just twist it a little bit and to pop it back. And you'll want to, when you're doing that, you'll want to pull it toward yourself or toward the way it's locked in. Tab it back, you'll hear a little click a lot of times, and then you can be able to push it back. And we do our best not to break these clips off, but if you do, it's not the end of the world. So once you've unclipped all 4 of them, then you'll be able to push this whole wire out of the place, and then we've got to take out these 4 ignition coils to be able to replace the spark plugs. The ignition coil is just held in there, snapped in there, and so you just need to kind of pop them out, be able to set them aside. So we've got the ignition coils out. Now we'll proceed to remove the spark plugs. And then we inspect the spark plugs to see how well they look. Or, like I said, we have a little bit of oil here, so a little bit has been getting by. Whether it's been getting by the spark plug unit itself, or maybe from the valve cover gasket. So cylinder 1 and 4 have a little bit of oil. 2 and 3 look very good. So then we'll take our new spark plugs using our spark plug socket, which has a little rubber gasket in there to hold the spark plug so it doesn't just fall down. And we'll be able to do our best to line this up and drop it in there so that we don't mess up the gap on the spark plug. I believe it's a 0.32 on these spark plugs, and so you would check those. Either they're set by, when you buy the spark plugs, they'll be set, or you'll double check them with a gapper. And we just repeat that the 4 times. Okay, so we have all the spark plugs in, and now we are going to torque them to spec. They're 18 foot-pounds per spark plug to tighten it down, and so we'll do that. and you want to torque them to spec or get them very good and snug, but not oversight, so that they seat properly and it crushes that washer, and then you get a good seal. Alright, so all our spark plugs are torqued to spec, and now we can reinstall the ignition coil, whether you're reusing your ignition coil or putting a new one in. Doesn't hurt to put a little dielectric grease right down in there, and then just be able to make sure you snap them into place. Alright, them all snapped into place. Now you can realign all these electric connectors back up. And just pull them so that they clip on. And then put your decorative cover back on. And that would be how you replace your spark plugs on your 2014 Volkswagen Tiguan with the 2.0 motor TSI. Thanks for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.